hard to breathe. Somewhere further, somewhere underneath. Treading water never seems so deep. Give me color, give me anything. Gee my die groen en die goud. Wie uitdent zijn inhoud. Vandaag kap die uur en een hele paar bieren. Vat hulle hawe toe gauw. Daar's 'n kans dat dinge weer wil kan raak. Geen kans dat ons alle raak kan vat. Vandaag maak ons seker dat die vure brand. Huis is waar die hartes in die springbokspan. Sê my as jy reg is om weer groot te gaan. Vanaand in die country soos een man saam. 'n sakkie droë bokkoms en 'n maskadel. My kussentjie is oorgetrek met springbokvel. Van 'n lyn staan kan jy ons niks vertel. Want vanaand sak ons saam. Ons het 'n coach met 'n plan. 'n vaskops dit wat kan skram. Maak los jou litte vandag, kakkie Britte. Vat hulle hawe toe man. Daar's 'n kans dat dinge weer wil kan raak. Geen kans dat ons alle raak kan vat. Vandaag maak ons seker dat die vure brand. Huis is waar die hartes in die springbokspan. Sê my as jy reg is om weer groot te gaan. Vanaand in die country soos een man saam. 'n sakkie droë bokkoms en 'n maskadel. My kussentjie is oorgetrek met springbokvel. Van 'n lyn staan kan jy ons niks vertel. Want vanaand sak ons saam.
Alright. Yeah, we're back, baby. I'm a buck style. South Africa. Santi. This one is for you. Let's go. Hey, the rotas of the last time. Hey, what does Moile bafana? Siyahamba manje France. So bakhombisa lapho. Yeah. We're taking the load shedding for France, boy. Lights down when we
Kigo.
Yo.
What is happening, my brother?
Hey, bro. It's Bulk Friday. Amped for the weekend, eh? How you doing?
Nah, I'm feeling good. The guys requesting bribe is
Whoa. Chad, you're trying not to get cancelled.
I think YouTube automatically disables your YouTube. They don't even send you an email. It's just they alt control delete your YouTube.
Bro.
Maybe never play that song on your. Whoa.
You know it's bad when you have to come up with a remix and then ride on other people's shows and still admit that you had a fake crowd the first time.
Did she admit it? Oh my goodness, shame. Get her to the stream to type in exclamation prayer. No, I'm kidding.
Yo.
Oh. Alright, Chad, it is Black Friday. Hope you guys are doing well. It has been, how's the week been, Keeks?
Very good week, eh?
See
I think
you
we
guys
had
put in a
one
shift in yesterday.
One day, I think we closed just under break even. But other than that, it's been a good week.
Chad, yes, Burnang is joining this afternoon. He just has a few things to sort out this morning. But I hope you guys are ready for a good one. Just want to get this down a little bit. Yo, I've got my flu here. Went to bed early last night. So hopefully I can kick this thing in its head before the weekend. Chad, but with that being said, let's get going. We've got 2 sessions left for the week. Let's end it strong. Let's quickly bow our heads and pray. Father, we just want to thank you for another day. Thank you for being with us this entire week. Thank you for blessing us. Thank you for guiding us. Thank you for leading us, Lord. And thank you for every good and faithful gift that comes from your hand. This morning we don't want to ask for anything, but we just want to come with grateful hearts and thank you. And above all else, Father, we just pray that we will glorify your name. We just pray that you will be with the Chad, that you'll be with our families, and that you will be with everyone over the weekend. If for the guys that aren't joining this afternoon, Lord, we just pray that you will be with them over the weekend, bring them all back safely on Monday. And we pray this and we ask this not because we deserve it, because we don't deserve anything good, but you say in your word that your grace and your mercies are new every single day. And we come humbly before your throne of grace. And we thank you. And we ask this in the mighty name of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And if you believe it, Chad, you can drop a big amen now.
Amen.
Amen. Alrighty, Chad, let's get straight into the good stuff. The charts. US30 running beautifully yesterday. Let me just do that. Alright, let's see what we have on deck here. We had some pound data looking overall negative from what I can see here. So pound getting clapped there a little bit. 1 minute we've got consumer price index CPI out of France. I don't know if that's because of the load shedding we took to France, but inflation is running a little bit hot there. Employment numbers coming out of Canada for the guys that are trading the CAD pairs, and then we just have the monthly budget statement, so relatively straightforward. Let's get straight into the daily analysis here for the dollar. Alrighty, Chad, yesterday again trying to get through that level we've been talking about. That breakout level. Will today be the day where we actually close back inside of this range after 4 failed attempts? 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, is today the lucky day where we close above, or is this the last gasp for the bulls? Find out in the next episode, but currently still looking relatively bullish. Cautiously bullish because we can reject this area, Chad. Okay, so just be very aware of that. Then looking at the rest of what we are working with, Asia has tapped, not breaking through, point of control right here. So very simple for me. I want to see what we do at point of control, and then I want to see what are we going to do once we hit this level. All right. This is where things are going to either really get ugly to the downside, or we're actually going to hold as support, and that attack to hold this level is going to commence. Okay. US30 currently into my first long position. For the guys that were earlier, you guys know what is cooking there. But let's quickly look at the daily and what are we working with here on the day. Very, very simple for me on the day. I am still, let me just delete this. I'm still bullish, Chad. Okay, I'm now more bullish than I was yesterday due to the fact that we closed back above that previous little area there. And also, I spoke about that potential of having an extended range, something similar to what we had here. And now my idea is that we've got a confirmed range. All right, this range is now confirmed. That is the lower bound of your range. Yeah, that is the upper bound of your range up there. Okay, so my idea is that we will at one stage flip bullish today, go and retest that potential area and potentially break out of that zone. All right, if we are going to close lower today, it could be something like this. I don't want to say a fake out, but we could close like this and then on Monday just regain that level, get everyone bearish, and then start trading back to the upside. So that is the idea.
Sorry, Robert, I want to answer one question there. Intio, they removed it, but very cleverly they removed it on the little accounts. The big accounts, they still will have it.
Who's that?
Comet.
Oh, so the feeling
they took the consistency rule off the small accounts. I think the 1 mil and up, you still have it.
So they're feeling some pressure there, Keegs. What do you rate?
That is, bro.
Alrighty, Chad. Okay. You want to make me cough here? Alrighty, Chad. Point of control is there, so I am bullish. There's your 200 EMA. We haven't taken Asia low yet. I don't mind if we go lower. I would love to get some positions in. Looking at this drop during Asia, we could actually see very well, Chad, if this is an actual fact, a flag pattern, you could actually see something like this happening where we can just start to die down. But you guys know I don't do flags. The only flags I do is the Bok flag on Saturday for my son. He's got a big flag, but these flags, it's not for me. All right. So I'm going for the long off that point of control. I don't mind a little bit of a dip in, but that is what I'm looking at. NASDAQ, let's quickly look at NAS on the day. Okay. NASDAQ on the day, we've got a range, Chad, as mentioned yesterday. Yesterday, failing to break out of that range. Will we see this range break out today? I think so, because the reason I didn't go for NAS today was because we were still hovering around that previous daily low area. But the fact that we failed to hold below it is giving me a very good idea. If you look at where we tested, giving me a very good idea today could be a breakout day for NAS. Okay. Looking at the session volume profile, we're literally trading at it. The only thing for me is the Asia range is quite wide. So we haven't tested Asia lows yet, and we haven't tested Asia highs yet. So it's a very, very big Asia range. So we could range the entire London and get a move during NYSE. So just monitor this area. That is the area that you need to monitor for shorter term trades, okay? But I'm still bullish on the day for it. Gold, daily, beautiful. Gold also, I was bullish to start off this morning, but it was way too extended for me. And if you go back on yesterday's stream and the day before that, I mentioned to you guys that this could effectively be our corrective move. This right here. And we can actually now start with our move up to the next point of interest all the way up here. So that is currently at play. The only way that scenario is not in play is, here's the thing, Chad. If this is a pullback this year, you don't want to see this closing bearish doing something like this, okay? you actually want to now see for the next week, 2 weeks, just straight up bullish candles pushing all the way up, even potentially to the all-time highs again. All right, so I am bullish on the day. There's just one thing that I do need to note is that it's going to be tough to break through these two zones. All right, this tiny little range here. But once we are above this range, I think it's going to be a very quick and easy move into 33.58. Bullish on the day. How can you get involved? You cannot. Okay, sorry. It's just very, very ugly price action here. I wouldn't touch gold today. The fact that we already took the weekly high, the previous daily high, the session high, Asia highs, I'm just leaving gold. So if you want to trade gold today, by all means enjoy yourself. Let me know how it goes. Also, kindly do note that these streams are purely for educational and entertainment purposes only. We do suggest you consult with your financial advisor before making any financial decision. Trading CFDs carry a large amount of risk and you can lose part or all of your investment capital. So for that reason, please just look at what we do and follow what we do. Thank you for your cooperation. Chad, GBP USD still bearish as noted from the previous day. We failed to hold above there. I would now expect GBP USD to come all the way down there. Big thing is, how can you get involved? If you can even get involved here. Yesterday played out beautifully with the Asia range. We mentioned yesterday, if you missed yesterday's stream, please go and watch it. We said Asia highs, if it rejects, comes back in the range, you would target Asia lows, and this thing went much, much further. Today, already at Asia lows, so you know what? This thing is done. We're not going to waste our time with something where there's no setup. GJ on the daily. Overall structure is still very much bullish. If I just zoom out here, let me just show you guys quickly here. Can you guys agree with me that overall we are still bullish on this market? Okay, all the way back to April, we are still grinding higher. We're still making new highs. So the fact now for me that we took a previous daily low holding a breakout area, this is very much bullish for me. Okay, let me just mark that quickly. Let me just do this quickly for you guys. There we go. Okay, so now what I'm looking at is, while we hold above that previous daily low, I'll be bullish. But the fact that we already took Asia highs, yeah, Chad, there's no advantage point here. And yeah, Kiggs, that is the analysis. Over to you, Chad. I'm not going to give you guys something subpar on a Friday after we've had an incredible week to throw it away now on the last day. So that is it. Over to you, Kigo.
Perfect. Right, Chad. Let's have a look here. So dollar, very, very simple now. We've obviously had the idea of being neutral the whole week with the idea of holding underneath the monthly pivot and trading back to that yearly. And we can see we did obviously have a lot of volume underneath here. So first thing we're going to want to take note of is all the wicks there at that monthly pivot. We then traded down to that yearly support, giving us that test. The thing about it was unfortunately we had to gap it down, making it that idea of you want to go close that gap. So this actually becoming a retest on that yearly and holding. So definitely creating a strong argument now for the dollar to regain this bullish momentum. And that's the idea. We're now trading bullish. We took out those highs with all these wicks there. You can see we had massive rejection. We still had rejection yesterday, but today again now we are trading above. So one of these days we are basically just waiting for that confirmation with the candle close. So till as much as we want to say we're bullish, at this point we still need that confirmation. We need to be closing above here. If you look on the 4 hour, we did close massive wick rejection and they couldn't hold support. Massive bullish engulfing candle, but now we need to see, does it hold support or is it going to trade right back down to it again? So as much as it's looking there, and again, Friday is always a tricky one. The end of the week, you can see pullbacks, you can see extensions. So we're not going to try and force anything. But the idea is that trading here, as long as we are above the monthly pivot, you can expect some bullish momentum from the dollar. But if we are starting to fail, yeah, you want the idea of coming back to that monthly pivot. The EQ day pivot, Asia lows all remain untested here at the bottom. So there is that idea of markets coming back down for those retests. So as you say, the big difference you want to see on the higher time frames is when we go for that retest, can we retest, hold support and close back above, or do we fail once again and trade underneath and continue bearish? So definitely going to be interesting there. Going over to the indices side, starting with NASDAQ. NASDAQ again, guys, and this is what we spoke about. So there's all-time highs on Wednesday. Traded there, we had that move there, so I can actually move that up for you guys now. Let me just get that there for you. The all-time high area, this was our previous all-time high, so we can also take note of that over there. Let's just move that there for you guys. Now, all-time highs we marked out. I said to you yesterday already, the idea that markets are already starting to trade bearish. We have this idea of this level of resistance. There's everything happened there. We did the doji. It went bullish. Now, we spoke about this on gold quite a bit, where I always said to you, you have an all-time high level taken. You create a level of resistance, which we can see over here to hold support. Now, you expect markets to be resisting. There is normally that one last time there's your liquidity sweep, which basically came out over here now. So that was the big one there for us. Once you then had your bearish break, obviously the unfortunate, this goes later into the day, you start to trade underneath, holding rejection, and there comes the big move back to the downside. I will actually say purely based off of that, I will be going a little bit more bearish for now, but going to be quite an interesting one. It is Friday, so exactly as Chris was saying, I'm not going to try to force my hand on something. We have had a good week, so if it's not around there for us to take something that we like, then that's just it. We're not going to have a trade today, and that is perfectly fine, because as long as you're not losing money, it is still a W day. So we're going to monitor this, see what happens. Obviously a massive move this morning. I don't think anyone would have caught that trade, but quite interesting. We're back over that previous daily low, so that can become your typical fake out that we like to talk about to trade bullish again. But the biggest sound monitor here is literally that daily pivot EQ. If you can get above here, that can be the possible move to go back bullish again. But we could have that retest to actually hold resistance since this breakout. And if that holds, then we can look for the shorts back to the downside, and very simply Asia lows, as that also remains untested. Going over to US30. Pretty much the same idea here, Chad. We've been talking about that we had a bit more of the bearish outlook. Wanted to go bullish again to have that retest of that previous all-time high area or previous key area. So what we want to see, yeah, very simply for us, is that we traded massive move yesterday. Then came that sell-off again. We're holding back above the weekly pivot. Now, the fact for me, yeah, Chad, is we always talk about this. We traded into the weekly pivot. We couldn't get away from the pivot, making our lows, obviously. We then traded back in, holding an area of support and resistance. Finally had the breakaway, and now again on the top side, you couldn't get away from the market. So very simply, all that's going to happen now is you have that bearish move. The fact for me is over here is going to be choppy, because now you're creating a very, very big range. And why do I say that? Because we're also about a weekly area as a key area. You want to see price come in there so we can get away from there. And the fact is, we've set a low, we couldn't go further. We came back up to it, set the high, couldn't get away from it. Now we're back here, so I'm going to be anticipating very, very choppy price action for USD around these levels. So I want to see it get away from it. I'll have my little bits of scalps, if anything, at the key areas of volume. And if I don't see volume, I'll get out of those trades. So for example, now, as we said, Asia low, that's why I want to see a drive further down. Otherwise, if you can get above the EQ, as we see it's holding rejection, if you can hold support, go bullish for Asia highs, and it stays as simple as that.
Kyo, Chad, it is the penultimate round of the week. Markets are open and in motion. Ding, ding, ding. Round 9.
Round
Fight.
1.
There we go, Kigo.
So we're just going to monitor it, guys. As I said, it is a Friday. I'm going to expect choppy price action. So if I have to literally put the gun away today, avoid taking a shot here, I'll rather wait till next week, and this thing can play itself out and rather get me that clear trading opportunities probably on Monday or Tuesday. Then going over to gold. Gold is pretty much the same idea here, Chad. So we had the bearish move, obviously coming off the bearish area of rejection and then holding that monthly pivot. We wanted to see us trade all the way back down to that yearly R2. We did find a little bit of support. Trading back up now, back at that monthly pivot. So we want to monitor what's happening there. And if you guys can see, we are just in really much of a range here, not getting anything too hectic. So same idea with that monthly pivot. And it's going to be quite simple for me now, Chad, is the idea that when we look at this, I'm going to have a little bit more of a short-term bearish. And why I say that is Asia lows, Asia highs, holding this monthly pivot again, breaking away where we should have held support, technically holding, getting back up to that daily R2, which is we normally know the plan. If you hold daily R1, you're going to go daily R2. And then coming back down. This also has become a thing of having Asia highs tested, a sweep of the highs of Asia highs, then coming back down. Now you're back into the Asia range and back underneath that monthly pivot. Once we break with a closer underneath daily R1, good chance those sales can come in for the Asia lows retest, and then probably even that daily pivot, and then you could even see a move to daily S1. So really could see something play out here, but that's pretty much going to be my idea what I'm going to look for on gold. If I'm going to go long, it's probably going to be above Asia highs for the idea to go to daily R2 and then see also the highs being taken with a driver volume to daily R3. So just the key areas I'm going to monitor. But Chad, that is everything from my side.
Kigo, beautiful Chad. Alrighty. Some of you guys asking how do I mark these average daily ranges? So based off my daily, I use my indicator. You can do one for yourself as well. Go use ChatGPT or DeepSeek. Ask it to code something for you on TradingView. But this gives me the last 20 trading days, so I can clearly see that the average daily range currently is around about 315 points. Average low wick is 68. Average upper wick is 96. Okay, Chad. Then all I do is I take my daily flip and I mark out 314 to the downside. This is still from yesterday. Yesterday it was 300, 314. That is my average daily range to the downside. Then 2 standard deviations. All it means is double the average daily range. And then I just do the same for the upside. Okay. It's as simple as that. And then I know more or less where price could go to. Okay. Think about it in very simple terms. If you had to draw an average candle, so if I was bullish the other day, I drew this out for you guys. Average low wick is 68. Okay. So 68. Let's draw an average candle. This is what an average candle would look like. You can actually draw it for yourself and paste it next to your chart. And then your average upper wick is going to be 96. There we go. All right. So in an ideal world, technically, this is what an average daily candle will look like. Okay. So all we're trying to do is we are trying to catch the bottom wick if we are bullish. And we are trying to catch not the full daily range, only about 75% of it. So somewhere there. Okay. If you want more information on this, I'm going to do something for Project G, where I'm going to really dive deep into it. So you can join it there, or you can just join us here every single day. No need to join Project G if you don't want to, but I'm going to do a deep dive with the guys. I'm actually going to have not one big boot camp, but I'm going to do for the next couple of weeks in the week. DXY. That's good. Chat, who of you guys How many of you guys closed early yesterday when we had that pullback? Somebody's saying, Chris, close it. NASDAQ's going down. How many of you closed earlier? How many of you didn't close at all? I know somebody that didn't close at all.
They got wicked out on a swing trade.
This
They're
time,
still in.
they're going for the other extreme. They're going for the other extreme. Not getting wicked out anymore.
Chad, the guys are
This was 2 standard deviations. So at 2 standard deviations of the daily range, if you don't take it off there, yeah, I did. Okay. How's the early shopping going, Crebo? Not good. Brian had one on the line for us, and in the time that he wasn't at the shop, it sold out.
Damn, really?
Yeah. But the one that I bought, my brother got yesterday. I bought it and then he bought it from me, so I can build up. This one actually looks better than mine. Kigo, check there. Wonder if I shouldn't swap him. Check. They look the same almost. But
I like your one more.
So yeah, we're still waiting. Another contact of mine in Cape Town getting a shipment next week, so we'll see what comes through the crack. High Lambos. No, we don't fit in Lambos. Or we'll need to get cabriolets so we can sit with our heads. Brian, I still can't believe they had that Batman just sitting on the shelf there. When I sent it to my brother, he was like, dude, how is that watch just sitting there available? It's almost...
And then it sold very quickly.
No, it sold very quickly. I don't like the black and blue either, but it's just a rare piece to get. If I'm very, very honest, Brian, I like the Submariners, but I like the Oyster Perpetual ones with like the gold bezels. They are very nice. You're not gonna make money on them, but as a watch to wear, they are stunning. That fluted bezel looks incredible. Bro, wait, what? Brian, that Daytona for £44,200, is that a gold one? Is that the 18 karat gold Daytona? I only checked now the Daytona there. What is that? 44. It's almost R1,000,000. Shites. Sheesh. Oh, there's another Daytona. Holy shit. These boys just have Daytonas chilling there. Brian, I like these ones with the fluted bezel. Yes, we should have locked in that Batman, but we'll get one.
Why didn't you guys lock it in?
No, Brian just went to go check. You don't expect watches just to fly off the shelf, because he went to go check, sent me the photos, and then said, I'm going for coffee. If there's anything we want, he'll go back.
I'd almost gone by the time you go back. Let's see.
What's the school fees like that side compared to Johannesburg?
Depends on the school.
Yeah,
We've still got like expensive schools here, and then you got the cheaper ones.
yeah. There's some silly expensive schools, like the private schools, and is it St. Dom? No, not St. Dominic. Priory.
Priory and Woodridge are up there.
St. George's primary as well is very expensive.
Yeah.
Now you get some.
And then your normal schools that are, well, not just your semi-privates that are expensive, is going to be your Gray and Pearson.
Brian, I'm with you on that one. I love the Breitlings. The Rolex is more just buying and knowing. It's almost like a Toyota. You don't like it, but you know you can drive it for 5 years and sell it for almost the same. Cheap for Chris is no. Theodore Herzl is also.
Oh, that's also, yeah.
Would I be correct? Tariq, there's various elements to that because you're isolating 2 daily candles. The big thing is, what is the daily structure doing? What is your daily structure looking like? You can't just isolate 2 daily candles and say the next one is going to be bullish. So in this case that we talked about this morning, is the idea is that we've got a confirmed resistance, we've got a confirmed support now. So effectively, what are we doing now? We are now effectively in a range. Okay, now if you take it a step further and I basically mark out this range, you will now see that yesterday's daily candle closed above the 50% of that range. So now the question is, do you think it's more likely after closing above the 50%, do you think it's more likely to gravitate towards the high of the range, or do you think it's more likely to gravitate towards the low of the range? Okay, that's the second thing. Then if you go into our Discord and you go into the various plays that we've got there, the playbook, you will see that all I'm doing every single day is I'm taking my daily candle chart and I'm seeing what structure it is printing for me. So in the education section, there's a free playbook there for you, and then all I'm looking at is whether I've got a buy setup or whether I've got a sell setup. Okay. So that's all I'm literally looking at on a daily time frame, and that tells me what I'm doing for the rest of the day. The only time I will not follow what the daily structure is doing is in the following case. Let's say, for instance, if you think about gold when we bought it earlier in the week, we were effectively bearish here. So if I take you back to earlier in the week, on this day we were actually bearish. Why? Because on a bearish time frame, we had on a daily time frame, we had a confirmed support. We had a confirmed break of that support. We had a previous daily high being taken, and we were effectively now in this broader range there. Okay. But then you guys could remember that we started trading above the previous, so let's quickly forward it. Okay, it's going to go to the next day, but I'll go down to the lower time frame now. But then you guys can remember multiple times we failed to take that previous daily low, and we actually executed on the daily flip. Because now, in terms of structure continuation, how price trades around the previous daily high and previous daily low depicts a lot about the strength of the market. So if the market was very strong bearish on this day, we wouldn't have seen the previous daily low holding as support. Okay, so that was clearly showing seller exhaustion. So for the guys that were on stream on Wednesday, I said for this reason, if we flip bullish on the day, and I think the bullish flip was somewhere here, I'm going to execute long, and based off the idea we couldn't trade below the previous daily low. Okay, so for that reason, if we get something like this, then I will flip. I will go from a bearish bias to a bullish bias. Okay. So that's the thing with trading. You can't isolate certain concepts. It's a holistic view of how you trade. If you start to isolate concepts, then it's a very tricky place to trade from. But like I told Mo and Laik as well, the most important part of your day, most probably the most important part of your day, is this, your daily bias. Everything you do for the rest of the day springs from this. What is your daily bias? And even if you're wrong on the day, there's nothing wrong with being wrong on the day. But if you choose a daily bias, you stick with it. Unless, like I said now, you fail to hold below previous daily lows or previous daily highs. Then you'll shift your bias. But choose your bias and stick to it, even if you're wrong. Because trying to buy and sell, then you're going to buy, then you're going to sell. At the end of the day, you started the day off bullish. By the afternoon when you watch the NYSE stream, you don't even know what your bias is. Then it's just like, I just caused a lot of shit here on my trading account. I don't know what I'm doing. And your day is ruined. 2G's trading, word of the day. All right. Let me give you a word of the day quickly. Let me think about a word of the day. Putting me on the spot. I want to say word of the day very simply is that if you cannot see others succeed without giving them praise, then how do you think you will be able to succeed? And I've seen that a lot of times in life, where if you're envious of someone else, if you reach a certain level of success, you would want people to congratulate you and be happy for you. But you in yourself cannot be happy for another person growing and another person succeeding. So how can you expect to be blessed if you're carrying bitterness towards someone else doing well? And we sometimes forget that all of us are on a different journey. And maybe that person prayed for that breakthrough. You don't know what that person went through to get to that breakthrough. And you just seeing it from a very, very isolated perspective from the outside, saying, oh, that person got lucky or this or this. But maybe that person had to get a lot of scars to get where they are at. So I'm going to say that's the word of the day. Be cheerful and be glad when others succeed, because your time will come. Your time will come.
Trying to get to all your messages is some mission.
I saw the guys ate full portions. Guys are going to Bogart with those TPs.
Hey. Chad, don't worry. We're not baiting you guys. Chris actually did buy. We're going to get him to wear it one day. He bought it and, like, I don't know, put it in a car. Maybe you should turn it, Chad. I don't know.
No, it's there. I want to wear it on I don't want to put a jacket over it. I don't pay all of that money to put a jacket over it.
Oh.
I want the people to know I spent a lot of money for one.
Hey, 200
one
likes for a
shirt.
surprise. Hey.
Yeah, Chad, this week was very good.
That was a good week.
Actually, the last 7 weeks have been very,
That
very good.
account must be up again quite a bit now.
Oh, no, it's looking smoothness.
Are you at like a... I'm not going to say it, but...
No.
Not yet.
Remember. Ramping.
Remember the 5th of November. What's the 5th of November?
Waiting for a night you can turn the riz up.
What's the best type of business to start with? Trading profits, just to take some of the pressure, even if we're making some of the same money like trading.
Stonks.
A stonks business.
No. Invested, my brother. Invested in something that's going to generate cash flow. Because remember, you're talking about business. What's the best type of business to start with trading profits? So firstly, you take something from a risk asset, because trading is a risk asset. Profits are not guaranteed. So now you're taking something from a risk asset where you don't know what your cash flow is going to be. And now you want to start a business which is another risk asset in its sense, because you don't know if you're going to make it in the business. So now you're taking, and where's the money coming from funding, let's say, the trading risk? that's obviously coming from somewhere, maybe your salary or whatever. So the income you generate, depending on what your income, I don't know what your financial position is, but if your financial position is still a little bit shaky, you shouldn't take good money and throw it into risky assets like this, where you can potentially, all of that hard-earned money, you basically piss it away. So what you rather want to do is you want to get something that's going to generate cash flow for you. So that is why I'm saying taking your money, investing into something like a tracking fund that's got a dividend, and you grow your financial base. And then once you've got a very solid financial base, and let's say that year your portfolio grew by 30%, then you start taking, say, 10% of that portfolio and you say, okay, I'm going to try something with that. But the big thing is to throw good money at something that's very risky, unless you've got a good financial base, is not ideal. And in any case, I would always say to try and bootstrap a business. You wanna make sure that the business can sustain itself as quickly as possible. You don't want the business to be a financial burden on you.
Yeah, Brian, that was my question, bro, because I'm just like, you're in July. Why are we talking about November?
Kribo, what are your thoughts on arbitrage? I see a lot of guys promoting it. For instance, what is that? Be blessed guy. Be blessed. Near City. Kalmeer. Why did her voice change? Did I get a new Siri voice?
I don't know, bro.
Marcius, yeah. So I know Marcius has got like an arbitrage fund. I know some guys that have made money with it, but I've never looked into it, Chad. It's I've honestly never looked into it. I've never looked into the arbitrage. Till when is the buy one get one free valid? Etsky will help us on that one. So when is the twice code available? Monday. Yeah, it said Monday. So it's Monday, yeah. So my dream, Chad, my dream that I want to get to is that I want to get to the stage where my investment portfolio, this is, I'm sharing now very personal stuff with you, but my dream is that my investment portfolio should generate 1 million rand a month in terms of dividends, not the growth. 1 million rand per month. Now, if I work that back to a standard rate of, say, inflation, how much money do I actually need in the bank or in my investment? I need 150 million. So that for me is where I want to be. Because now you've got something that's generating cash flow. You don't have to sell your asset. Your asset is still growing. You can reinvest on that asset. And this is how you create generational wealth. This is generational wealth. Because this on its own will just continue to grow. And it will continue to build. And it will, if this is managed well, even after I pass away one day, my grandkids will live off this. That's generational wealth. So for me, my goal is 150 million rand, and that is the idea. Chris, one crypto cycle in there. Chris, trading can give you 150 mil. It can definitely, my brother. It can definitely. If you've got a plan, if you can stick to it, and if you can stay patient, there's no reason for you to not get there. But the issue is this. Trading is boring. I think you guys can all agree. If you're doing it right, it's very, very boring.
Yeah.
Now, let's say that is your goal up there. Okay? That is your goal up there. So on the y-axis, we've got, I'm just going to put R, your money that you want to make. So price over time. Now the issue is on your journey. Your journey initially is going to be slow. Your journey could maybe look like this initially. But there's going to come a time where there's a level of consistency with your business, with your work, where it's still going to go slow. And there comes a point in time where things will start to go like this. But the issue is, like I've shown you guys this before, people lose focus here. Very few get out of this stage. Even with business, you start the one business, you look at a friend, it's like he's doing that, it's like, oh fuck, I'm gonna start doing that business. Now you trade this strategy. Now you're on to the next. I've seen this guy do that. Now you drop that strategy. Now you do the next one. Oh, I see this guy is making money drop shipping. Okay, I'm going to leave the trading. Now I'm drop shipping. Oh, now I see guys are trading NFTs. I'm going to start trading NFTs. Now I see network marketing. And all you do is you just never become good at anything. You're just in this cuck cycle, I can almost call it, where if you stuck to one thing and you forget the rest, you forget what the other guy is doing, the other guy can drop ship till his ears turn blue, and you stick with what you're doing. You're making some money from your trading, you're investing that into an index fund. You build your trading account a little bit, you put money away into your index fund, whatever it is. And there's going to come a time where you're going to see, oh damn, me putting away 500 rand, 1,000 rand every month, after a while, all of a sudden there's 100k. Then there's 300k, then there's 1 million. Then all of a sudden things start to move. But the issue with people is they are too all over the place. You're too scattered. And I'm not saying don't start a business, but also if you are older, then there's no need to throw money. Like the biggest mistake I've seen people make, you work, let's say for VW, you work as a mechanical engineer. You work all your life till you're about 55, you take your entire pension fund and you go and open up a restaurant. What do you know about the food industry? What do you know about the retail industry when it comes to food? You were a mechanical engineer all your life. Now you take good money and you push it into a business you've got zero idea of how to run.
Wait, what? Chris, my big brother, is an indoor person and trading is his full-time job. $5 million, he'll ask you to give him 3 months and he'll pull it out from the market.
Yeah, no, Victor, I've had that stories before. And they pulled dollars out of me. Talks about the women in the red dress, distractions in business. Yes. This is where I am, the cuck area, going nowhere slowly. Marcel, the only reason you're going nowhere slowly is because you don't have a plan. Because you don't have a plan, it feels like you're stagnant. And if you had a plan and you had some medium, let's say short-term to medium-term goals, then you can measure. But I think for the most of you guys, you haven't even sat down for the year. You haven't created your personal goals, be it financial, spiritual, family, business, none of that. So you feel like you're just on a treadmill. And for a lot of you, you need to go and sit down and say and work it backwards. This is how I started many, many years ago. I told myself I want to make, let's say, 100,000 Rand a month. And then I was like, okay, how do I get to 100,000 Rand? I'm earning, let's say, at that stage at my job, I'm earning 30K per month. So there's a 70K shortfall. How do I make that 70K up? I can do private jobs, I can invest, I can trade. So now you start to work it back. So there's a 70K that I need to fill up, and now I start to work it back. Do I study more to get a higher increase? All of that. You need to have a plan, and same with your trading. If I was, again, not financial advice, if I was the majority of you guys, if I had a 9-to-5 job with a stable income, my idea would purely be that my trading account is going to feed my investment account. Invest. That's all my entire mindset would be around. That any money that I make in a month, slow and steady, I'm going to withdraw a portion of that and put it into something stable. And just rinse and repeat. Even if it's 1,000 Rand you make a month, you take that, put it straight into your Easy Equities account, put that into a index tracking fund that's got a little bit of a divvy, and all this should be is building that. And in that time, while you're building slowly, you're starting to gain confidence here, and you're going to have days where, for instance, you can say consistently make 1,000 Rand a month, but there are going to be days where you maybe make more than what you wanted to make. And now all of a sudden, let's say you made 1,500 Rand that month, you still withdraw your 1,000 into your investment account, but now there's an extra 500 bucks in your trading account. So changing your mindset of what you want your trading account to be.
But also, I think we've spoke about it a few times. Like you said, your things can change quite quickly, and you can get more than you do 1 month. Let's say, just because you do something 1 month does not mean that's now the norm.
No.
Like, don't adjust your lifestyle to something you did 1 month.
My current plan is a GT3 RS. That is a good plan, Austin. I can ask my brother if he wants to sell his, then you can buy his. Because he's got a GT3 touring on order again.
And also the GT3 RS, I think he's got one of the only few YSEC editions in South Africa.
What if someone is in a loop for 4 years trading? How does one become profitable by becoming more disciplined and trusting themselves, in your views? James, if you've been in the loop for 4 years, surely by now you should have identified what is wrong. So the thing with a lot of traders that I've seen is you become like boxes that have been bliksemed. The market has absolutely dumbed you down. And what I mean by that, you've been moved so many times that you can't even think straight, and you keep just going forward, and you keep doing the same thing, and you're still getting moved. And it's like, yo, my brother, this thing is gonna kill you. And you're like, no, I'm just gonna try get one more big punch in. And it's like, okay, this is like your 50th punch, and you haven't been standing for long. So I think that is the thing. A lot of you guys have asked me questions, and then you've answered yourself in your question.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, but there you just said you're overtrading. So there's your issue. Why are you asking me about the fact that you're overtrading? You've already identified it. Why should I tell you that overtrading is not good? Chris, are you only trading and investing, or do you have other forms? I've got other forms, my brother.
Chad, simple. Where did you think all the midgets went?
Hey. Hey. Chris, can you fit in the car? No. That's why GT3 RS I wouldn't be able to get. So for a lot of you, you need to just go back and say, what am I doing wrong? Like you've for 4 years, you've not made money. So now you need to go and say, okay, what do my bad trades look like? And what do my good trades look like? Okay. And then it's like, okay, the bad trades and the good trades all have certain criteria that look the same. So now you need to identify, okay, all the bad trades were I was selling at the daily low. Okay, so then it's like, oof, okay, so selling at the daily low, maybe not good. Okay, so now I know. Okay, all my bad trades, my stops were very tight. Now it's like, okay, maybe my stops need to be wider because the tight stops aren't working. Okay, beautiful. Now you see, okay, my bad trades were against the trend. I can clearly see the market was trending bullish and I was trying to sell. So I was counter trend trading. So maybe sticking with the trend is actually not a cliche. Let me stay with that. So you need to almost create a little bit of a mind map from your trade journal to say that almost a little SWOT analysis, if I can call it that, but for your bad and your good trades. And then you're going to see all of the bad trades have certain characteristics and all of your good trades have certain characteristics.
Chad, again, that's why we got a journal.
Austin, I'll chat to him. Yeah, he got lucky because at that stage I think he's only bought 4 Porsches from them, and the 5th one was the GT3 RS, which the guy cancelled, and
Yeah, your brother got it quite relatively quick.
yeah. Austin, I would say the best is to maybe just buy a 911, like a GTS, and then after, or even getting yourself like a little family pack there. Get the Porsche Cayenne and get like a 911, and then maybe drive that for a while then get something like the 911 cab and maybe even a Macon, and then as soon as you hit 5, then you'll be on there. Chris, no. Chad, remember I'm not in Bitcoin. I don't trade crypto. I must chat to Austin to help me there. But I don't know if you guys remember somebody asking me yesterday, and I said we will most likely go to the yearly R1 there. Again, these concepts that we teach here is not just for vibes, Chad. Some of you guys think we just do it for vibes.
We're just vibing out.
Vibes. I think so there, very simple. All of this strategy or the pivots we've shared with you guys, it's in the Discord. So we held on the weekly. We held the yearly pivot. So where do we go to next? The yearly R1. Okay. After the yearly R1, if we hold above it, where do we go to next, Kigo?
Wait. Sorry, where were we holding above?
The yearly R1, if we hold above here, where are we go?
Yearly R2.
Chad, it's as simple as that. That is how simple it is. You don't even need to be a rocket scientist. What is this right here? What is this here? When we do our analysis, this is a bullish engulfing, taking a previous weekly low. This is also a closure back inside of this range right there. You can call it a double top, but it's clearly holding the yearly pivot. So what do you expect then from there to go to the yearly R1? All right. This is literally how I trade stocks on the weekly time frame. You can go to any instrument and you can go and check it out. Yeah, you can see Cardano. What is this? Cardano. There you can see Cardano was rejecting the yearly pivot, but it was holding the 200 EMA. So all you do is you go on the weekly. Yeah, you can see, what is Uni? I don't even know what Uni is, but Uni is holding the yearly S1. So there was your Uni trade. Keeks, maybe I must get into crypto and just retire in the next bull run.
You should retire, bro. You done fighting it now. Just call retirement early.
So here's the thing, if you missed Ethereum, your chance now is to be very awake and alert at that yearly pivot level.
Chad, actually a brother of mine giving us a little idea. I want to see what would your guys feels for it to be a little bit of a networking event and all that for the guys that are in PE and here with us. What if we did a 2Gs Friday? You just do something simple. You do like Burville strolls and stuff.
But will the strippers come bride during the day? No, I'm kidding.
A little car wash outside.
Hey, it's a jokey.
For the PE guys.
Jokey. Chad, yes, US30. Holding yearly S1, then up to yearly pivot. Holding yearly pivot. So where will US30 go to next? Yearly R1. Okay. Can we get another position in? What is this? I've got my buy limit set there. Stops on this today is very wide, 392, 1.25%, 1.25x of the average daily range. So if you go 315 or 319 times 1.25, 393. Okay. Remember, I'm not here to snipe. I'm building a position with the idea that at one stage we're going to go bullish. I will bring the beer. Cardano is a 6x to all-time highs. Sounds dope. Chad, before I forget, let's quickly go through the day brief. No major US data today. Fed minutes dovish. Expect rate cuts later this year. Trade war headline sentiment mildly bullish for gold. Improved yesterday, driven by softer USD technical breakout. Probability 65% of a bullish run here today. Dow Jones, no major data. Focus on Q2 earnings. JP Morgan, BlackRock. Positive travel sector earnings. Delta, Fed minutes supportive. Sentiment bullish, further improved down here, record highs, risk on mood, strong uptrend, testing all-time highs 45, 60% chance of some bullishness, resistance at 4,500, support at 44,300 and 4,400. NASDAQ still strong, though mild caution at record highs, high lows, small consolidation. Support 20,500, 60-40 chance. So here's a quick comparison table. It would seem that gold has got a higher probability of going bullish today. Some trade scenarios for today. Bullish breakout above 33.50. All right, let's see. 33.50. That's that average daily range we spoke about. Buying a retest of 33.50. That's not me, chat. Kindly note that this was supplied by AI. Titan stop. Okay, trigger 2. Range fade pullback. Price rejection at 33.50. Large wick. Large wig. 4 hour bearish close. Selling target 33. Okay. Low conviction. Only take if clear. Rejection candles. Okay. Scenario 1, breakout to new highs. Trigger 45,100, but I think this is on the cash market, not actually. Geez, 45,100. Then, yeah, I must actually just give it. Scenario 2, failure, rejection candle at 4,500, but again, I must just input this bullish continuation, hold above 22,630, 2630. Yeah, holy shit, where are they getting their prices from? Then this could be cash market, minor. Quick trade setup, cheat sheet. Kiggs, what do you think about the new daily brief?
I like it, bro.
You're enjoying it?
I'm enjoying it. Just simplifying trading.
Kiggs very quiet today. Oh, money does that to you, Chad.
Chad, we are getting work done here on the side for you people. So the markets are choppy, so I'm not even wasting my time really looking at it. So the boys getting some hustle in on the side for you.
Can we get another position? Yeah, let's check. Ooh, very close. Come on, don't turn around like yesterday. Yesterday I just missed that second one. If I had that second one, week was done for me. Oh, these flags work, bro. Look at this. Okay, let me set the third one in. Okay, let's just get the second one in. Bear flags. All the pattern traders coming out of the woodworks now. Chris, I told you bear flags work. Buy limit 44,272. If I can get a full 3-piece McNugget in here today, oof, that would be sexy. only been eating one piece McNuggets. There we go. I can't give you that prompt, my brother. We can't give you everything. Think a little bit outside of the box. Play around with some of the prompts, see what works. Bro, this thing turns around now like yesterday, and it didn't give me that second bite. When is the buy one get one free expire? Monday major. Gotta lock it in now. Live stuff in a trade. Carl, that's the weird thing. Like my bias is set for the day. Like yesterday, I was bullish, and I still, before the stream started, I went into the chat and I said, I'm still holding my position. I still have my pending orders. I would actually love if it drops down, fills the other orders. Because the entire idea with this is that you dollar cost averaging into the lows. So the deeper it goes, the better actually. So you're still making good money, even if you've got one position. But even like, let's say if I can get something like this, get 3 positions in, that is beautiful. Then your average is there. And now all of a sudden this becomes a lacquer trade. I think it was earlier in the week when we had that gold trade. Was it this week or last week, Keeks? When that thing went against us and I had a 3-piece in and it absolutely shot up.
It was either the end of last week or it was literally, I think, like Monday or something.
I think it was this week.
I think it was Monday just before you got sliced.
Yeah. No, Tadiso, AI is powerful, my dude. So play around with it. Think outside of the box. There's so many ways to use it. So many ways to get data from it. My biggest thing that I'm using AI for is for data. Taking large data sets, crunching it down, giving me a summary of the data, and then giving me some probabilities. Like the next little project that I'm working on is gonna. So we've got this. Okay, so we've got this average daily range. So we've got those stats now. So now I'm gonna go into more granular form. Now I'm gonna start getting averages for the following. For Asia. Then for London, and then for NYSE. Because now you can even further refine it to say that, okay, after you've got all of that data, then you can ask AI to say, okay, give me a probability index of if Asia, let's say if Asia traded lower, basically more than your average Asia range, what is the probability of a reversal? Okay, now you can go very deep into this, but that is the power of AI, where you can put on the deep research function and it can literally research all of that. So my next thing is to basically take this little concept here and start building into this, so you get a lot more cleaner data. Because what we're doing currently is very, I don't want to say rudimental, but it is relatively rudimental. It works very well. But you obviously want to go deeper into the data. NAS at a critical, yes, previous daily low. Chat again, like I said this morning, if you are looking for some short-term trades, there was your point of control, there was your rejection, couldn't hold above it. So again, don't wait for us. We give you guys the map. Still have to travel on your own. What is gold doing? Keys, the puff header was actually clean, and it lined up with the iron 2K. Check the puff arena, the puff daddy.
Yeah, we vibing out, yeah.
If this thing turns around without giving me that second position, bro, I'm gonna be not happy.
Love how the backlighting of the TG is the same color as their profits. Hey. We don't bring that negativity, yeah. It's all positive. We want the blues. Do you guys know what the max lot size on Vault Fund is? Thanks. Depends on the...
Just open up your thing, your MetaTrader, then by quotes, you click on the instrument and you go to statistics, and then it should give you your max volume. Okay, you'll have to do it on the PC. So on the PC, right click properties and then go specification. We'll give it to you there. Not extended TP, my brother. I'm just going slightly less than the average daily range. So yeah, that is the target for today.
The question is, what would you want to do with the knowledge of knowing what the max slot size is you can use?
Yeah, that is a very weird. I'm 20.
That man's going like, I'm gonna full send this account.
20 wants to rip into it.
22 more likes, Chad. Yo, drop a like there, Chad. I also want to find out what the surprise is. Mandem wants the full port. FDMO has a max lot size of 50 over all instruments. No, it doesn't. And I can tell you that because literally yesterday, my US30 position was a 64 lot size. So, yeah, that's not correct, my brother.
2-piece. Can we get a Yank 2-piece? Will we be sliced on this beautiful Friday, or will we be doing the slicing?
What is gold leverage on two-step evaluation?
50.
That's crazy. I'm actually using AI to get the COT report on gold, and it's putting a shift for me. Crazy AI is making life easier. I think that's the thing, guys. People always misunderstand that
Sleeping on AI, bro.
AI is not there to take your job, it's to make it easier. Damn, should have been 69. Just sounds like a better number, Keegs. Hey, no risk, no Bugatti. I need to be like Keegs.
No Bogart, no risk, no Bogart.
I just, Chad, but it's an educated thing. We don't do it all the time. We do it when we want to, and very time the bigger numbers only come out with a cracker. And also, to be fair, that account was down, so I was like, hey, let's just quit. As far as keys and matching camera jacket, Kriegel thinking I was a killer. Me, I clap for keys. Trading 64 lots one day, I'll get there, but for the time, 0 will do for me. Yeah, Chad, there's two scenarios here, for example. Okay, and that's the thing, because someone was asking me the other day, being like, "Oh, Keegan, you don't post your accounts anymore, so clearly they must be down." And I said to you guys, remember, I said the one is down, which I can be 100% real with you guys, and that one is now sitting right there, 97,500. You guys can see that.
Live account, eh?
Yeah. So there's the 97,500. I don't know if you can see that. And then here's the other one. Literally parked the bus. 110,062.
Young live ski.
There you go. So Chad, just because we did it when we had to prove a point. Once your point is proved, I don't need to. I always said this to you guys, and we've always preached it. We need to get out this mindset in trading that we need to post how much money we make every single month to be legit. I have been trying to get out of it.
Yeah, but Keeks, the real thing is you actually have to go onto your banking app and you have to show like net inflow of funds. That's like the new thing.
Yeah, I saw that. You have to show your net
inflow
every month.
Yeah, that's just
Yeah. Oh shit. Oh.
no, it's Chad. All I'm saying is, you can post all of that, but just make sure you've got a good accountant and your taxes are up to date. There's nothing wrong if you want to post your monthly income or whatever it is, but just know that if you are someone of influence, all of that will be used against you. Lawrence, honestly, stay away from GU and GJ. Delete it for the day. Just delete it. Just delete, my brother. Don't waste your time. Save your money. Delete it for the day if you... Exclamation tax, my brother. There you go. Yeah, I don't know why you have to. You can post stuff. I don't know. I don't know if it's for acceptance or I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I said, Chad. I get, for example, to a point, if it's like, okay, I trade funded accounts. I need to show you I've got some, let's just say, success in the industry, which is where I've shown my certificates. I've shown paid out certificates. I've shown multiple of live account certificates. I've done it. It's there. I don't have to keep doing it now, because what does that prove? What point does that make for people?
Yeah, Jason,
and exactly, yeah, sorry, Chris, but also saying that you are literally asking to have SARS in your case.
I think, Chad, I don't know. If you know how to trade, why? I don't know. Sometimes this industry, it's just like, I don't know.
What one thing I don't get with this industry is why people must show their income, yet when you work, you're not comfortable in showing your pay slip. Exactly there. I agree with you guys.
Jason, no, oh, bro, it's so weird. Like, everything is relative. You're posting something on your Instagram and you're followed by people that earn an average income. And everyone's like, wow. And then you sit in a room and the guy opposite the table to you can literally buy you out, and he would think it was bank charges. So there's always somebody that's a level up.
All right, so just to answer your question there, Antonio, that you're asking, what you highlighted there, if you also read it, it says Forex. So not all instruments, Forex.
Not indices.
Indices
all
different.
all relative, Chad. All.
So you are correct, my brother, but it is just a little bit of a difference. Indices is not part of that.
Do you see Tina's Blues video on Rydal? Did he make a video about Rydal?
Yeah, I reply to it.
Hey, Teeny. So Teeny is going. But yeah, Chad, you can be in a circle and you're the most wealthy guy, and you get into another circle and the guy's watch is more than all of your cars. Man's has got a 10 million rand watch on, and Chad, I told you about the Russian guy that we built that lodge for in Namibia. So man has got chandeliers that are 25 million rand just hanging there. He goes there twice or 3 times a year. Buys $1 billion rand worth of game. Builds a house for almost 450 million rand. Landscaping budget 200 million rand. So there's levels to all of this. Putting in tiles that are 24,000 rand a square meter. Putting in a bath that's 6 million rand. So that's why I say it's all relative. There's you think you've made it, and there's a guy that has got his chandeliers in his holiday home is more than your net worth will ever be. So
Etty, replying to your thing there, Chris, if you look over here, and if you look over here,
whoa,
you can do it too. Get to these boys.
Etty, sorry man, I don't know that. Is it Steven Scanlon? Steven, I don't know you, brother, but you're the closest thing to a cyborg that I've seen in my life. Afrikaans cyborg. But they need to reach up his English function.
Right, like, it just, like, guys, come on. You can't look at that and tell me you think it looks natural. Just make it a little bit more natural, guys.
No, so the bath is actually a piece of it's one or other stone that is only basically mined in Madagascar. So it takes about 2 years before you can get the bath. They basically go and get the rock, then they cut it, then they start to mill it, then they polish the inside. It's
Bro, I'll never forget, we talk about this, and it's that thing of you go to tables and that, and you sit there sometimes, and you're just like, what am I doing here? We have a conversation, and we with my dad and some of his business partners, and the one lady looks at us and she's like, yeah, I want to chat to you. Our daughter now wants a first car, and she's like, we're having a bit of a fight with her at the moment. So I said, why? So she says, no, we want to chat to see if you guys agree with us, because she wants a brand new 911 turbo, but we don't want to get it for her because we know it's her first car. She's going to curb the wheels. It's just not going to be a good story. So then she says, yeah. So we thought about it, and we landed up getting her a G63 brand new. And she cried. She hated it because it wasn't the Porsche. And we were just like, are we bad parents because we didn't get her the Porsche? And I'm sitting there like,
just give me the G-Wagon.
I'll take the G-Wagon. Don't I will be appreciative. Just give me the G-Wagon.
Afrikaans cyborg, yeah. Last week we chopped the markets hard. This week we chop again. Then he looks at the script. Alright, if you want to trade like me, it is time to get into my Telegram group. This Telegram group, I share all my setups every single day. And we are making serious bank. Why do I sound like an Afrikaans Arnold Schwarzenegger? That is just who I am. I've been sent from the future.
I speak that delicious English.
Nah man, we're wrong. Stefan, I'm sorry my brother. Ek sê jammer man, fuck it. Jessie boys, julle trek my altyd in die kak en dan wil die ouens my moer. Stefan is lekker. Nee man, ons joke is lekker. Yes, you guys are... Dude, that is unnecessary.
Maybe we're crying because of G-Wagons. Yeah, I'm crying where I have to fill up my car with petrol.
Jongens is verkeerd.
Office have died. Chris can be an Afrikaans trader. I'll buy his course.
We talked about it the other day. I don't know if I'll be able to actually have like Afrikaans lingo for trading.
Bro, please tell me. I don't even know what his name is, Chad. It's just a video. It's actually doing quite well. It's an oldish guy. I'm gonna say he's probably late 30s, pushing 40. Not.
Wait.
No, but he's like almost like I want to say he's got that typical Boere buzz cut, but he's sitting there like in a boardroom.
Bro, what is a typical Boere basket?
Bro, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
What is a typical Boere basket?
Bro, every single farmer has that haircut.
What, the Quibus Visa?
Yeah.
That's more a tabletop. They call it a tabletop.
Okay, Trevor, back to I'm sure you guys will see the video, and he's going there, and he's like, yo, trading's simple. It's just yellow as fucking stupid. You guys don't want to trade, but you don't even know the difference of a liquidity sweep and a break of structure. And he's like, I'm going to show you that today. Stop being fucking lazy.
Oh, that guy that shouts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, what are you?
He gets heated. The poor guy goes heavy.
Not Money Tribe. Oh, bro, Money Tribe. Chad, I loved it. Did you see he apparently had his record biggest day trading the other day?
How much?
Right. Chad, it was either $280,000 in a day or $180,000 in a day. It was one of the two.
Kigo. Chad. Guys, please work with me here. If I get to the stage where I am making $280,000 a day, I am not posting on social media anymore. I'm deleting social media. Okay?
But I drive a Polo Viva because it's lekker.
I'm not even driving myself, bro. I'm not even driving anymore. I'm being driven. So, Chad.
You know the best part for me is he's like, and I'm going to show you guys how we broke it all down in the group. And he goes and he shows the breakdown and reasons why, and it's all stupid. And it literally looks like a 3-year-old drew it with a pencil.
Dude,
and then you're going to see the slave account or the master account. And the master account's only made like $4. But your slave account is making $180,000. I'm like, what is this man's logic?
Are you trying to sell people if you're making $280,000 a day?
Bro,
are you trying to...
I couldn't give a shit about what I'm doing. I definitely do not make $280,000 a day and then go and tell you, so please go join my $10 group.
Chad, if I'm making $280,000 a day, my entire day will be around how to give the money away. Side quest, giving shit away, not asking people to buy some of my shit.
Yeah. He's always going to sit there, bro, with the cigar. I love the comments. The guys even said to him, they're like, bro, you always have a cigar in your hand. But if you made that money, you wouldn't be smoking the cheap shit. And I'm just
Does he really drive a Polo Vivo?
He really does. Bro, there's still the video where he still went and he said after the Ferrari, and he said, yo, I rented the Ferrari because I wanted to try it. But the Ferrari's cuck. I'd choose my Polo Vivo over it any day. And he's like, think of it. The Ferrari's only got 2 seats. My Polo, I've got a boot, I've got back seats. It's more comfortable. I'm sitting there like, bro, please just take a moment. Any idiot that's got a Ferrari, that's not his daily. The Ferrari's just to go for a lunch and come home. He's got a daily where he's got a G-Wagon or a Range Rover or something that's practical. Like, the Ferrari's not being practical. That's because he's got money to piss away. That guy, bro.
Hey, Chad,
I think he's one of the only few who me and Chris are blocked by.
Yeah, Chad, here's the thing. If you're making that kind of money, you're just doing side quests the entire day. And on the side quest is none of it is going to be to try and sell a trading course or a signal group. Yes, you have to 35 days. 35 days, Dane.
Oh, that's a broke boy. Speak, my business mentor bought a Ferrari 458 Pista and has only driven it like 5 times. He doesn't care about it. Me, if I have a Ferrari, I'm going out for lunch with the fam. Take my wife first, then fetch my son. Like where my mom stays, the folks with the loudest mouths are the ones that rent an estate and don't own. Ooh.
Oh, Chad, I don't know.
3 families in one house.
I don't know with some of these guys, but anyways, we are focused here on what we're doing. Somebody's saying, I'm selling US30. Why are you buying, my brother? Don't worry about what I'm doing. It's great that you are selling. Follow your plan. My plan is telling me to buy and scale into US30. But again, as always, these streams are purely for educational and entertainment purposes only. Please consult with your financial advisor before making any financial decision. We do not suggest you follow anything we do on here because you are guaranteed to lose money. All right.
Bro, here's a question. And I'm only asking because I actually saw another thing last night. And this again shows people, for example, that are someone like him who trades tonnage. But people that want to talk like that, for example. Let's just talk something simple and small here. Obviously, the major big thing at the moment is NVIDIA. If you take, we're going to say basically all the indices. So let's go NASDAQ, US30, S&P 500, and the Russell. Which one is NVIDIA in? Shush. Just because, again, I think, Chad, this is where we talk about actually educating
It's obviously
yourself.
in the DAX. Did you mention the DAX? It's in the DAX.
Alright, Chad, and that's the exact answer. So again, I know Favs is part of this, so he would have the right answer. Everyone assumes NASDAQ, which is correct. It has its biggest share in the NASDAQ. I think it's 8.9, 8.6 if I'm correct, which is massive, but it's in all of them. And that's just something as simple as like people want to talk these things when they trade, but they don't even actually understand what they're talking about. But it's just a little something I wanted to tweet about. I don't even think about it, but it's only someone actually brought it up the other day. And it's like the amount of people that don't actually know that. And Chris and myself had this idea when we started making the more long form content now. It's because we said there's so many things we take for granted which you just assume people know if they trade in, but they don't. So it's always interesting to just see like these little extras when it comes to trading to better educate yourself. Chris, the truth is you hit 200k daily, you won't feel moved about it. It's still going to feel like normal. You'll always want more.
It will, but here's the thing, bro. We talked about it the other day. You get to a stage in your life where things don't excite you. And I don't want to say things don't excite you, but it's like you can only have so many cars, you can only have so many watches, you can only have so many TVs, you can only have the newest iPhone, you can only have the newest, the latest MacBook, you can have the AirPods Max, you can have the AirPods, you can have, like, there comes a stage in your life where none of that shit matters really. And now to try and yeah, I don't know. Anyways, Chad, 5 giveaways here, 1 to 100. You guys need to guess the number.
Was that the surprise?
5 accounts, yeah.
Hey. Hold on, Chad. I'm going to throw a span in the works here. For at least one of those accounts, can we do the thing we spoke about last time?
Yeah, that is if they have an account.
If they're an existing client, they can choose to get a new account.
But
so
that
you have
will
two,
be the final
or
one.
you...
That will be the final one.
Yeah. There's a lot in the line, Chad.
Darren B, my brother. I haven't seen you yet.
Darren B.
Darren Brazil. Darren Brezel.
That's a new name.
Darren, can I ask you, my brother, do you know the process of how to get your account, my young man? Why do I not have a pen? But let's see. Yeah, bro, do you know the process? Please do me a massive favor. Please go and take a screenshot of your YouTube profile username, and then please email.
Are there actually different pens, or you just...
No, the one is black, that one's blue.
I was going to say, I'm watching
red.
this man change his golf clubs here, and I'm like, is he
Oh,
literally...
Chad. little golf bag here with my pens. Little Masters bag here. Okay, Darren B. Alrighty. Okay, next up. 0 to 100. Let's go. Here we go. Did we miss our second entry? I will cry a little bit. Darren B. Darren Bezzy. Shorts for days. I've seen you, my brother. If you don't know how to get the account, I will actually be very sad, because I've seen you on these streams. Shorts for days. You've heard the process. All right, beautiful. Chad, on to the next. 0 to 100. Let's go. We've got 3 more accounts to give away. 5th one. Little surprise there. A little surprise. Conan. I believe Conan has won before, if I'm not mistaken. Conan, you should know the process by now. If you don't know, I'm very, very sad. Here we go again, Chad. And then the last one is going to be a special one. The last one is a special one. All right, Mark Martins. Why do I feel Mark has also won before?
I feel like he has.
Mark Martins. Alrighty, Chad. For the final one, before we go and start that one. This is where I think we'll do it weekly, Keeks, on a Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Just one. We are going to do a giveaway. So the 5th one is that if you are selected and you win, and you have a Vault Funder account, whether it be in phase 1 or phase 2, we will upgrade it from the current phase you are. So if you're in phase 1, it will be automatically upgraded to phase 2. If you're phase 2, it will automatically be upgraded to a live account. Okay. So now, for the last one, we're going to check. There we go. Ernest. Okay. So, Ernst, please send me a message on Instagram so we can check right now. Ernest is also in Project G, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Okay, chat, that's all the giveaways. Let me just kill this thing because it's gonna... Alright, Ernest, I have one.
Ooh.
Oh no, that's not Ernest. Ernest, pop me a message with your Vault Funder email address. Let me check if Ernie had 1% left on phase 2. Let's see, Ernie Ball. Ernie, pop me a Instagram quick. Instagram quick. Where's Ernie? I don't see Ernie in my Instagrams. Ernst, je moet vannacht weer eens met Choppa. Hey, there we go. We'll send now. Okay. Ernie Ball.
Let's see.
Ernie Bolo. Alrighty. Now send me the email, Ernie. Send me your email address. Okay, there we go.
Congratulations, all winners.
Ernie Ball. Wait, Ernie. There we go. $100,000 account now live for Mr. Ernie Ball. Quickly check your.
Was he in phase 2?
He had 1.3% left. Wait.
So he just got a 100K account live, Chad.
Yes, Mark, you still get the account, my brother. Ernie,
Support
please.
today, gents. Kagatso, you've asked about like 4 times, my brother. It is up and running. Why are you asking it the whole time? Thanks, guys. You're the best. Absolutely well deserved. Funded, bro.
No. Conan, Chad, don't send it to me. Please. The winners support at Vault Funder. please. Support at vaultfunder.trade. Okay. There we go. Ernie, check your check your email address. You should have received the email.
Big W, Chris, Keys, and Vault Funder, W100K account. 2Gs are just permanently blessing people. I love it.
Chad, that is why you should have a Vault Funder account. Don't just watch these streams, even if you are just in the mix for the Friday lotto. I don't think we can call it that.
No.
Okay, we can't call
I
it
think
that.
that might be a bit of a compliance
yeah,
issue.
That could be. Let's call it the Friday upgrade. Upgrade Fridays. Yes, got it, Chris. Ernest, okay. So before that goes live, please do not trade it. You will have to
do the risk interview.
The risk interview, yes. Let me just see.
This is what sets you guys apart from the rest. Appreciate it. Freaky Friday. Hey.
Yeah, Annibal, just hold on there. I'll actually catch you on cock, yeah. Also drop a review for us on Trustpilot, Ernie, Ernest.
Thanks. Told Ed yesterday he was going to talk to me soon. Look at yesterday's stream. Hey, it was manifested.
Okay. Let me just check. Okay, there we go. 2Gs. Thanks to all the air yesterday. I was going to talk to. There we go. Chat. So for that reason, go and grab yourself an account. My small collection.
As a Christian, I have a problem with tight stops and eventually blowing the account. Would you suggest I lower the lot size to accommodate me a bigger stop loss?
Yeah, again,
Definitely.
you've answered yourself again. Like you asked me with the question, and then your answer is correct. Alrighty, Chad. That is it, Chad. I've got my 2 pending orders here. I just hope she doesn't turn around now. I just hope that we can at least get another position in. Still bullish on the day. Nothing is going to change for me. There's actually no way that I can go bearish today. Yeah. Even if it goes bearish, I'm just taking the pull and saying I'm wrong on the day. But I'm bullish on US30. NASDAQ, I am going to say we're going to have to monitor this zone, Chad. This is going to be your zone to monitor a little bit later, but we are with you guys this afternoon. That little green zone there. So once we hit that zone, mark this out. I might even get long here, Chad. I'm going to be very honest with you guys. If we're trading somewhere here a little bit later, I could get long here, depending on how my US30 is going. Gold, a little bit trickier. We are bullish, but again, a lot of chop here. I'm not getting involved with gold at all today. GU, nothing there for me. GJ, as mentioned, bullish on the day, but the fact that we already took Asia highs, for me, it's a no. It's a big no from me, dog. Any closing remarks there, Kigo?
Nah, Chad, that's it from me. I'm not obviously going to force anything there. And unfortunately, Chad, you guys are going to have Bonang in the afternoon, but I won't be here for that one. So again, this is my last one with you guys for the week. So I'll see you guys on Monday. Those that are MP are going to the rugby, enjoy yourselves. The rest of you guys, I'm sure you guys will be at the TV watching. But being a good week, Chad. If anything, if you still obviously do have New York session coming up, if I can say anything, don't force something. Don't turn a terrible week into a bad week just before the last day. So again, just be clever about it, guys. But yeah, that's everything for me.
Take on RSI divergence, Triz. I don't know, my brother. Test it, back test it, let us know. Then I'm going to ask you a little bit later in the day, what is your take on it? But my take is, I haven't looked at it, so let us know. Chad, with that being said, it has been a very slow session. Obviously, no data coming out today. But we will see you guys a little bit later this afternoon. Please take care. If we don't see you this afternoon, please stay safe over the weekend. We will see you on Monday. But for the rest of you, 3 p.m., baby. Peace and love. Cheers, cheers.
Cheers, Chad.
Something I was used to.